The wagon carrying Froud's coffin stumbled to a stop outside the Shrine of Harold. Tanya hopped down and surveyed the red-dyed stones of the temple and the badly kept grass of the graveyard beyond. For the first time since Froud's death, she felt tears behind her eyes. She hated to think of gentle Froud in Harold's wild and neglected burial ground. But Froud had loved the boisterous god of revels and squalls, wind and rage. There was a temple. She could see it, mottled black and red, nestled under a burnt-out nut tree. There were priests, but she knew not to expect a reception, especially as a girl. The priests conducted their burial rites in secret, and no women were ever allowed. Tanya surveyed the scene and, finding nothing useful for her to do, turned to walk back to the Smiling Snake. She walked briskly down the sandy road, smelling the fish and salt of Griffin's port more with every step. It was rare that she even noticed the smell. But then she hadn't left the small, shabby city she called home much in the last 10 years. When she was young and first came to live with him, Froud had often wanted to take her down the path that led to the woods, to go to a fair or a market or a festival even. But she had been too frightened. Frightened that she would get lost, that she'd never find her way back. Frightened that Froud would simply leave her under a tree. The fears didn't last more than a year. But then they no longer mattered. She was too busy to leave. The place wouldn't function without her. She had made sure of that. Fear of being left under a tree was for other, less important girls. Tanya passed through the Talon Gate, a monstrous stone arch, half-formed by the leaping figure of a griffin, leonine hind legs so old they were rooted under centuries' worth of packed salt and silt, the eagle head and claws thrusting 30 feet in the air to clutch at its prey, the perishing mermaid that made up the gate's west side. Tanya scowled at the ossifying mermaid, diving into the earth. "The griffin can fly, and he's already got your fin," she always wanted to scream at her. "There's no escape down. Find another way. Move faster."